Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start out this video by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well while learning truth 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophets, servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you few sisters out there that are sincere, your children, shalom. And in today's video, as you can see, is going to be building off of this video that I got here from the brother Arrows of Indignation. And I'm actually titled today's video, All Roads Lead to the MOTB, right? Because we ultimately know, for you hopeful elect brothers and sisters out there that may know, some may not know, but you got this digital ID that's ultimately being, pushed all throughout planet Earth right now. You actually got the digital ID being rolled out here in America as well in various different states. But we know that all of this is setting the groundwork for the MOTB, which we know is coming, So I'm going to get straight into the video. We're going to allow it to play, and then I grab some precepts. Abaratazai be edifying. But with that being said, fair use. I'm not getting paid for this video. Fair use.
America, your digital ID brought to you by the World Economic Forum. So the World Economic Forum has now announced a digital ID for everybody in the world. And this digital ID would be used to track everything you do online, get a job, travel the world, and even your health care. Yeah, what could possibly go right? So let's take a look at what the World Economic Forum says about digital ID from the World Economic Forum's own website. And when you see this, holy fuck, we're all screwed. So this is from the World Economic Forum's own website on their digital ID that they want to implement throughout the world. Let's take a look at all the facets of the...
Right. And you hear what it is the guy just said, just for the little bit of the video I allowed to play. And we know that ultimately it is going to be implemented because this is prophecy, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring these things forward. You see? So I'm actually grab a precept real quick, and I'm going to go to Ezekiel chapter 12, and I'll start at verse 25. And it says, "For I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I will speak. And the word, what are the words of the Lord? The prophecies that I shall speak shall come to pass," right? "It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord power." And that's exactly what time of season we are in, man, that everything that the men of the Lord, starting out with the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone, as well as the affiliate brothers that are teaching the same doctrine that we've been warning you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, both men and women about. You see, the Lord is coming through on these things, man. We're seeing the stage being set for all of these prophecies to come to pass, you see, and it's all being done by the Lord. Right? This is verse 26. It said, "Again, the word of the Lord came to me saying," right? Verse 27, "Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision, which are the prophecies, that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied to the times that are far off." You see, and that's what the majority of Jake believe, man. Even a lot of these people in the Israelite community, these guys that are teaching these false doctrines, these people believe in their mind that the MOTB, prophecy is never going to come to pass. These people believe that these things that we're warning of, that this devil's going to make it mandatory that you got to take an implantable device in order to buy and sell, that ain't going to come. You see? But hey, you people are about to be, confounded real soon, man, because these things are around the corner, Verse 28, it says, "Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power." Yeah, so everything that, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has been speaking through the mouth of his men, the prophets. Hey, we're in the time of season now where, the Lord is allowing these things to come to life, man. You see? So just like it tells us right here in this precept, I'm going to grab as well. This is Ezekiel chapter 33. And I'm going to read verse 33. It said, "And when this cometh to pass," what is it talking about? When what come to pass? It's talking about the prophecies, man, right? The MOTB being a major part of prophecy. It said, "Lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them," man. And that's what a lot of you Jakes are going to realize real soon. You're going to know that the true men of the Lord are the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone, man. And the brothers on down that are teaching the same doctrine, because the elder apostles and the elder bishops and the brothers on down, they've been telling you Jakes what the MOTB is. That is the RFID microchip, you see, an implantable device the size of a grain of rice, man. And you people are about to see that real soon, because like I said, this whole digital ID setup thing that we see happening is all, setting the stage for the MOTB, you see, because of course the digital ID itself is not the MOTB, but it's setting the foundation for what's to come, and this devil is doing all of these things through gradualism, right? And we're going to look up that word, right? And gradualism, the meaning on the AI overview on Google, because this is ultimately what we see being done, right? It says a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. And that's exactly what's happening. This devil is setting everything in order to bring about this MOTB, but he's doing it in baby steps, you see, because everything is ultimately going according to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We know that this thing will not come to pass till the Lord allows it to, right? But we literally see everything that's being set up is ultimately alluding or, leading to this prophecy coming to pass, right? So, like I said, we're in these times, man. That's why it also says right here, Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'm going to read verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, right? It looked like it's taking its time, right? Wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? And I'm going to read that same precept, but I'm going to read it in the NLT or the New Living Translation, right? So bear with me. And it says, this vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. And that's what time we're in, man. We're not seeing any of these prophecies delaying themselves, man. We're literally seeing everything play out right in front of our eyes, man. We're literally seeing these devils move full speed with their agenda, man, right? Trying to, establish their new world order, because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, these devils are trying to establish their enterprise, you see, which we know ultimately is going to fail. But we know the Lord is going to allow this chip to come because his prophecy is, is going to come to pass, So I'm going to get back into this video. We're going to just continue to watch the rest of it, right?
Digital ID and what they want to bestow upon the population of the world. First of all, financial services, digital IDs to open bank accounts and carry out online financial transactions, followed by food and sustainability for farmers and consumers to verify produce and to enhance the value and traceability of supply chains. Don't forget travel and mobility. You can use your digital ID to book trips and go through borders. I'm sure you'll have.
Right. And you hear what it is the guy is saying, man. And that's how this devil is going to, push this MOTB when it does come to pass. He's going to make a lot of people feel in their mind that it's beneficial, that is something that's going to better their life. That's how he's going to introduce it. Right. Just like he did in 2021 with that snake piss, with that jibber jab, when he made everybody and their mama feel like if they took that they were going to be safe from the C19. You see, that's why, as it tells us in 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, we're not ignorant of his devil's schemes, his tricks, his plots, his tactics, his manipulation games, everything that this man does to try to deceive or to try to get the upper hand over us. We're not ignorant of those things, man. We see everything coming full ahead, and we know what it's all alluding to, is leading to the MOTB, man. Right. So I'm actually grab this precept as well. Right. I'm going to go to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12. And I start at verse 16. It said an enemy, right? Who's our enemy? That's Esau, Edom, mainly the so-called white man, right along with these other nations, but chiefly Esau. It said an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, right? That's what this devil's doing. Oh, this digital ID is going to be beneficial for you. You'll be able to travel more. You'll be able to, keep your information safe and all of this different type of stuff that he's going to say to get people guards down to make them comfortable, right? It said he's going to do the same thing when the MOTB comes. He's going to do the same thing. Oh, this is going to be the best thing ever, and all of this different type of stuff. He's going to present it like it's something that ultimately you can't live without. That's how he's going to ultimately push it, right? And a lot of people are going to be deceived. It said an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, meaning his mind, he imagined of how to throw thee into a pit. Yeah, he imagined of how to trap you, man. Because eventually, if you take that MOTB, hey, you're going to be trapped, man. This devil's going to have complete control over you, you see, and you're ultimately going to be destroyed. So, if you take it, then, hey, this devil got you. He got you right where he wants you, you see. It says he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. You see, verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, right? Because that's what this chip, when it comes out, that's what it's going to look like in the mind of most people. It's going to look like this devil's trying to help you. It says, yet shall he undermine thee, man, because this devil doesn't care about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. You see, this man does not want to help you. He doesn't care about that. Only thing he wants is to have complete control over you. And that's what ultimately he's going to have to the people that take this charagma, man. He's going to have full control over you, man. You see, that's why ultimately it's a penalty for the people that take this thing, man. You see? So, I'm going to get back into the video.
To have it at some point. Here you go, humanitarian response. Access services to demonstrate qualifications to work in a foreign country. So I guess borders are gone with it when it comes to work. E-commerce, there's your digital ID to shop and conduct business transactions and payments online. Here's a fun one, social media platforms. To use your digital ID for social interactions, to access third-party services that rely on social media logins. So a digital ID to get online so they can track every fucking word you say. Then, of course, they'll arrest you for hate speech. To anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment. Because it is facilitating the use of bots, and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions. Such an anomaly cannot continue. In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity. Because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities will be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold them responsible. Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech. It is an essential complement to it. What we are saying, we have to create the rules.
Salakia. And like I said, we just heard what it is the guy said, man. And like I said, that's what these devils are going to do, man. They're going to try to dress this thing up all nicely, like they're trying to do it for the betterment of the people, man. But at the end of the day, it's all about control, man, because that's what these devils want. They want to be like Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. They want to have control over everything on earth, man. Mainly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you see. But I'm going to actually end up grabbing Revelation 13 and 16 because, like I said, this is what everything is leading to. It said, and he causeth, right? Who is that he? That's talking about these elite banker families, man. The Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Vanderbilts, those that want to be like the Heavenly Father and His Son. Those that want to, establish their new world order on earth. Those that want to, rule the earth in wickedness, man. Those who think that their kingdom is going to go on forever and ever, man. You see, they think that their house is going to continue, right? It says that he causeth all, right? Because this is going to come upon all the world. That's why you see everybody worldwide, they're all going digital. Everybody taking on this digital ID system, right? It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, meaning that charagma, right? The RFID microchip in their right hand or in their foreheads. You see, that's what's coming. Verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, you see. And that's eventually what everything is going to lead to, just like the guy was just breaking down in the video I showed about how this digital ID, is going to connect to everything. It's going to connect to if you want to be able to, work and all of those things, they're going to tell you got to get this digital ID, right? We already see the guy in Britain, Keir Starmer, the guy out there, he actually told the people in his country that, if you don't got this digital ID, you won't be able to work. You won't be able to, go to certain stores and all of that stuff. And like I said, it's all going to lead to this MOTB coming, right? That's what's coming, So, this is the time and season that we're in, man, where Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is about to bring these prophecies full speed ahead, man, And there is going to be a judgment for the people that take this charagma, man, because like I said, this devil's going to present this thing like it's the best thing in the world, man, making people think that he's trying to save them and that he cares about their best interests. But hey, if you take this charagma for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy you, man, So I'm going to grab this precept right here, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, right, the system, and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, right, which means if you take this devil's implantable device in order to buy and sell, right, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wrath, the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb, which is our Lord Yahweh Shai, and the heavenly hosts. That's what's going to be the judgment of the people that take this charagma over here in Babylon, man. You people are going to be destroyed. And that's why we pray and hope that we're the Lord's remnant, that we overcome this hour of testing. Because like I said, this thing is at the door, man, Like this thing is literally around the corner. The Lord can put the spirit on these devils. They could bring in this thing, tomorrow. You see, before the year is out. That's how close it is to this thing coming to pass, So with that being said, Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying. With that being said, we're going to end it giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakak, Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well while learning the truth 100% according to the Bible. Till the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Shalom.